Hello everyone, Atrim here, and welcome to round 2 of my limited PTQ. So I'm going to keep this hand. It goes turn 1 Mystic into turn 2 something. So, I mean, it's something. I think next turn I can run out even like Slyblade and then play the Totem the turn after potentially. Okay, there's a Typhoid Rat. So I have a choice here. I can either play Slyblade, or I could play Child of Night. I'm gonna play the Slyblade. Next turn, I either can run out Living Totem without tapping this, or I could tap that and run out Living Totem. But running out Living Totem, putting a counter on that seems fine to me. I'm gonna take 1 from this Typhoid Rats. Rather not trade out my Slyblade for a Typhoid Rat. He's got a Black Cat. Okay, Eternal Thirst will be good at some point. I can stick it on the Slyblade. Actually, I might just do that. I'm going to just stick the Eternal Thirst on my Slyblade here. And pass. This means I'm throwing away the Mystic, but if he swings with the... Actually, anything, I'm throwing away the Mystic, but I think it's perfectly fine. If he swings with both of his guys, I'll block the Rats with my Mystic, because I'd rather kill off the Rats. But if he swings with just the cat, I'm still probably blocking that. So I want to grow my Slyblade. My opponent sees what I'm up to and has decided to play Rogue's Gloves, a land, and pass. Land? Alright, land. Okay. Well, I get to drop Living Totem now. Doesn't matter if I convoke that or not convoke it. Living Totem's going to put an extra counter on my Slyblade. So as soon as I can get rid of that rat, my Slyblade can start getting in, or actually it can start getting in next turn. Doesn't even need to worry about the rat because it'll have its power up. So, alright, what are you fetching? Showing that you're on 2 colors, or 3? 2. Okay. Very likely my opponent's just on 2 colors then. He really can't attack into me, which is nice. Okay, that's fine. Alright, I get to attack with my Slyblade because I get to use its ability. So. Okay, so I'll just take that hit. And then I'm just going to dump. Actually, I'm going to put the Shaman Spirit in the field. I was going to dump both guys, but I'd rather have a chance of drawing a land. Which I did. Alright, there we go. Helps increase my mana. Oh, yep, now he has a flying 2/3 that, when it deals damage, draws him a card. That's pretty solid. Nice little combo he's got going there. Once I hit one of my red manas, I can kill off this guy, so that way that'll remove that. Or I can actually just kill his rats, which is probably more effective for me. Heat Ray. Okay. Whatever. I'm going to swing with with everything, actually. Because if he blocks here, I just have this effect. If he doesn't block this, then I'm gaining life. Let's see what he opts to do. So he's going to trade there. Just fine by me. And he's going to trade there. Okay, so this thing's just going to get big. So what do I discard? Red card? Red card. Okay. Then we're going to drop some black guys here. This is Zathrid Slyblade. It's now pretty much just out of control. It's a 5/4 lifelinker now. It's pretty much exactly what we want from this thing. And there's not really like much of anything he can do about it aside from Aether Spouts. Because even if he uses like the Mass Poly or the Mass Turn to Frog, it's still a 4/4 at that point. Or he could, have Soul of Ravnica. That's also something, I suppose. I can still swing into Soul of Ravnica with basically everything, though, which is the fun part about this. Because, sure, I lose one of these guys, but I get punched through for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 potential damage. Okay, so he's just, oh. How about we shrink your soul? No. Cancel. We'll wait to do that till post-combat. I'm just going to swing with this, then. Do I get to kill something? I get to kill your life total a little more? That's fine. We'll shrink your soul, Ravnica. So now I got him on a 4-turn clock. 4-turn clock. So far so good. I mean, he's got enough mana to start drawing a card a turn with Soul of Ravnica, which is still a 4/4 flyer. But he can't race me. I'm getting 5 life a turn, so he can't tap my guy either because of the hexproof. Doing pretty good. I'm not even going to swing into his Soul of Ravnica because he's dead in a few turns. So if he swings with the Soul of Ravnica, I just get through for lethal. If he doesn't swing with the Soul of Ravnica, he still dies really soon. Because I can just swing with this. This will put him down to 4 at some point. And then he's got his turn, and then actually... So yeah, he's dead next turn. This doesn't stay tapped. Flesh to dust on his soul. Okay. So there you go. See, we got our opponent to use an interesting little thing to try to stay alive. But I think it's going to be too little too late for him. Yep. Alright. Soul of Ravnica and 4 lands. Yeah. Alright. Well, that worked out well. Zathrid's Slyblade is just really powerful, especially if you can aura it up. Trying to think of what else I could use here. I'm going to bring in Sign in Blood. I don't need Sign in Blood necessarily for myself, but it's also a 2 damage burn spell on your opponent if it needs to be, which can be enough just to win you the game at times. Actually, no, I don't need the Sign in Blood. That's just unnecessary. Could bring this in for... Yeah, I'm going to bring this in to get rid of the Soul of Ravnica. Just because that thing's huge. I mean, I may have been able to beat it once, but the chance of me beating it again are fairly slim in my mind. So we're going to bring that in. We're going to take out... What are we taking out? I'm going to take out Stoke the Flames. Because it's alright, but it requires the double red. So... And my chance of necessarily having double red at any given point are slim. Wow, this hand is greedy, but I'm on the draw. I'm going to try it out on the draw. It's greedy because it's just 1 land double elf, but could get there. Okay, now it's 2 lands double elf. Ideally, we draw a swamp or a mountain and can actually play things other than elves, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm fully aware of the fact that I kept a greedier hand here. Oh, a Chasm Skulker. So I need a red right away before he draws a card. That's not going to happen. But a Roaring Primadox isn't bad. Bouncing an elf is kind of like having to bounce a land each turn, but we'll see what we can do with this. That Chasm Skulker is going to get real big real quick, though. So I need to find either double black, which is going to mean it's a 4/4, so it's going to produce 3 little guys. Or, well, it's not necessarily a 4/4, but most likely it is. Oh goodness. That thing just got huge. It is a 4/4 already. Well, that thing's huge. If he swings, I'll just trade with it. Give him 3 little guys, but he's not going to swing, so oof. Oof. Okay, let's run out this Wayfinder. I need to find a black or a red mana. Actually, I just need black mana now at this point. Let's see what we got. Okay, we'll take a swamp. So that gets me one of my manas that I need for its Flesh to Dust. So that Chasm Skulker's huge. Luckily it does not have evasion, so I can always throw things under the bus if I have to. I again hate jump blocking, but holy heck, it's huge, and it's going to explode into all sorts of little babies when it's dead. Awkward. Oh, he has his own Slide Blade. Go figure. We're going to bounce this. I need to find another black. There's my second swamp. So that thing's going to explode into 5 little kids? Yeesh. Alright, I'm going to play my Slide Blade. So I actually really need this for his Slide Blade now, which is the problem. That Chasm Skulker is just growing out of control. Or I just need a red for his Slide Blade, so I can keep bouncing this, I suppose. I don't like milling away my entire deck trying to find just a single mana color, but it's working so far. I'm finding the mana I need at the very least. What you doing now? A Coral Barrier. Oh, I can deal with a Coral Barrier. It's nothing out of control. Alright. We'll replay the Satyr Wayfinder unless I get a red right this turn. Nope. Wayfinder again. Mountain? No mountain. Alright, we will play another green. Well, I can't attack. Not feasibly. I mean, I could with my Slide Blade, but then I leave myself open to all sorts of stuff. Well, this is gigantic, and it's going to really murder me because there's not a whole heck of a lot I can do about it. Sure. Okay. Well, I don't get to replay my Satyr Wayfinder anymore. Alright, so he's going to have that thing churn out a billion babies. Rather than use my removal spell on it, I'm just going to block it with my Slide Blade. Okay, so he's going to get a billion little guys. Not too much I can do about it. Okay, never mind. He's got Hydro Surge main deck. Where's that sideboard? Could be a sideboard Hydro Surge. Oh my, I got blown out by Hydro Surge. Of all the things you get blown out by, right? Okay. I'm going to let it get to the point where the trigger's on the stack. Because I don't want the little guys to come in and be able to attack next turn. So I'm going to let it pass the point where he's got... Okay, upkeep I can do this. Flush to dust. Kill that thing off. So he gets 6 little 1/1s. So he has 7 squid tokens. Holy crap. Well, alright. So what I can do is, he swings with his Sly Blade. I block it. He goes to use its effect. I Lightning Strike it. So I can remove the Sly Blade. Alright. He's got a Gargoyle Sentinel. And a turn. So he's just got a billion power on the field, basically. Nothing of which I can do about it, pretty much. Crow. Play Exhaust Shade. Hold up Lightning Strike still. Oy. Oy vey. This is not good. Not looking good at all. Not good at all, everyone. Not good at all. Sure. I don't want to have to use my Lightning Strike on that, unfortunately. So I'm going to take 5, because I don't need to, like, protect my life points seriously right now, but he does have 7 1/1s on his field there, which is pretty rough, and a Void Snare, of course a Void Snare. You know, just to make certain that my Crow is useless again. Alright, I'm going to concede on this one. He's going to get me. There's not... Yeah, I wasn't going to draw anything. Chasm Skulker. Boy, that's a pain in the butt. Circle of Flame actually comes in against this guy. Aside from... trying to think what actually he had that was greater than 1 toughness. A wall... And... So he had a wall... By the way, I'm also bringing that back in. Helps kill bigger things. So he had the wall, he had the Gargoyle Sentinel. Interesting. A lot of his stuff was just 1 toughness, though. Alright, so... What do we take out? We have to take out 2 cards. I think we're going to take out this Carrying. No, this Carrying Crow is pretty solid, actually, still. Even, well, he can... Stain the Mind was for the Soul of Ravnica, but it could also be used for the Chasm Skulker, but it's just such a slow card. I think I can still deal with everything, so I'm going to take that out. And I'm going to... No, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to take out 1 Mystic. We're going to try this. Okay, I'll keep this one. I got Heat Ray mana, which is nice. And all I gotta do is just find one of my swamps, and I'm in pretty decent shape. Okay, swamp found. Solves that problem. So next turn, Zethard Slyblade. Alright. Next turn, I can swing with Slyblade's mana up. Oh, he's got one of those. That's going to... probably just get stab wounded. But we'll see what he does here. Yeah, I might just stab wound that thing. It's fine. We'll just start the bleeding. Get that bleeding working for me. Means I can't swing with my Slyblade anymore, but... Yep, he's going to draw some cards. I can start developing my board state for when I'm ready to go through that thing. Actually, let's undo these. I'm going to play these 2 this turn. Okay, I can grab Evolving Wilds here. Don't need the second Paragon. We're going to put an extra counter on the Slide Blade because it's pretty good to have an extra counter on that thing. If he ends up bouncing this or doing something, I can Heat Ray it the turn after. So yeah, he's going to Void Snare it. Then he's going to replay it. That'll chew up his mana this turn. Then I Heat Ray and I get in for 6. Nope, he's debating. What other option do you have? Yep, okay. That's what I figured you'd do. So we're just going to Heat Ray that thing proactively here. Bam. This way I smack him down to 6 life. Then I play this Evolving Wilds and pass. Evolving Wilds can get me my double black. So once we get the second black, that should help make certain we have mana for whatever needs we have. Curious what he's got. He's got a lot of cards in hand, and he's got 6 mana. But I've got a pretty solid board state going. Okay, so he plays a Coral Barrier. That'll defend him fairly reasonably. And an Aeronaut Tinker. Alright, so he's on the defense. We'll fetch a Swamp here. Okay, this is what we're doing. Playing Roaring Primadox, and then we have our Lightning Strike up. If he blocks enough to try to kill this off, I can Lightning Strike. Well, alright, that's interesting. It's not quite what I expected. Okay, I'll hold up the Lightning Strike. I'm forcing him to play very heavy on the defense right now. So far so good. We're still in this. It could change very rapidly. He's probably going to play like Soul of Ravnica here, at which point my entire battle state changes. If he has that. Okay, Paragon. Paragon puts me into some danger, but with both of those, I'm definitely in a rougher spot now. This is just going to bounce my Wayfinder here, I guess. Alright, I'm going to swing with both of these. Hopefully the Roaring Primadox gets to take some stuff out with it. This thing kills that, so that's not a problem. That thing doesn't kill that. Interesting. Okay, well, whatever. Light Blade, come out of the shadows. Kill your target. And then we'll replay this Wayfinder, which can get bounced again. I guess I get a Swamp. Alright. We will play the Swamp we got. Still well enough on the offense. I'm not in a bad position yet, but again, board states can change very rapidly, so you gotta be very careful about it. There's the Chasm Skulker. I am going to burn that thing to hell. So, that'll go away. Bounce this again. Or the interesting option is to try to get him to block in a way that he would be trading with my guys, and then I can Lightning Strike. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to swing with both. See if he blocks in a way that would, like, try to take... Okay, and then block that there, maybe? Okay. That Lightning Strike you. Finish off. Yes! Won the match. Alright. So far, so good. See you all in round 3.